Alright, you guys. Charlie Kirk, quick reading. Also, Rihanna's house allegedly was just shot up. I don't know if they actually shot the house or attempted to shoot the house up. Just came up on Stormy Rose page and everybody else. May do a reading on that, but I also think that that's really cool. When we as readers are doing readings, the details I have on Rihanna's house being shot up, just the teeny bit of details I have, which is just that, the title, and knowing that they said it was a deranged woman, that's all I know. It's really how us readers should do a reading, having no energies or no knowledge about it. Because a lot of readers get up here and say, I didn't know this, or do they have a dad? You know, when they're reading, you're like, I'm picking up, do they have a father? Or do they have kids? Or somebody in their family sick? And some of them bitches I be feeling like, bitch, you went over here and read this, or you know this knowledge. Like, some of them act like they've never heard of certain stars. Like, I didn't know who Justin Bieber was. And it's like, bitch, you could live underground and you know who the fuck Justin Bieber is. Some of them be playing us with that bullshit. And maybe there are some certain readers who really do live in the back of the woods who don't know anybody. Like, I kind of say to myself, but I still know certain things. I still have YouTube. I still have a phone. I'm not that much of a recluse, but definitely it's perfect. The details that have come out without me going and watching these people's videos about the incident with Rihanna that just came out maybe like an hour or two ago, or I think it's like news that's happening right now, last hour or so. I should start shuffling out, looking into it before they tell me anything, and really give you my channeling on it, or really go to the spirits about it to give you an accurate reading and see, and that'll tell you when a nigga's on point. But anyway, looking at Charlie Kirk, I don't know much about the situation. I've heard various different theories and this and that, and I watch certain. We all have our people we follow on YouTube, and a lot of the people I follow are into conspiracy theories and Masons and this and that. And they've broken down certain things, and I've watched some things from Candace Owens and what have you. And third time doing this video, people keep interrupting me. So the first time I did this, I was shuffling the cards. I started laying some down. And the first three cards I got is this. And I have a few laid down because I started this video. Somebody came in and was talking some shit I cannot post. So I have the cards still laying down that I already started to shuffle right here. But these were the first two cards I got. And there was one more card I can remember the third one. So let me know right off back that Erica Kirk, I believe, got something to do with this. Or the energy around his death has something to do with love. Or his marriage is connected. Or something with love is connected. Card that flew out while I was shuffling was the Nine of Swords. So Candace Owens has been coming out and speculating, and I think she even showed proof that allegedly right before he died, he was sending her texts and he had feelings because I guess he had prior knowledge of whatever was going on in his life that he felt like he was going to die or he feared his life. And this is confirmation allegedly that he did. He was definitely having a hard time sleeping before he died about his life being assassinated. So the first card we have on the energy surrounding Charlie Kirk's death is the Magician. We have the World. I think right off back this tells us that not only do we got some witches and warlocks and some witchcraft going on in this incident and the death just in general, but what they presented to the world was magic. Because, you know, the story just, it don't make sense. It's a bunch of bullshit and what have you, and it's all over the place.
Stick to working.
Then we have the Three of Cups. We had the Three of Cups, a celebration, which I find very funny. I think it's very funny. I also believe Spirit is telling me that this represents Erica Kirk, J.P. Vance, I think it's his name, and Charlie Kirk. Not only that, but it was a celebration. Somebody celebrated his death. Five of Pentacles. This represents what Charlie Kirk was doing that day, giving back, lecturing, whatever was going on. Because don't get me the line. I don't think it's in the right order anymore that I pulled them. Two of Swords, definitely. Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. The Hermit, King of Swords, the Lovers. This is the Witch card. Nine of Cups. The Sun. Getting interesting, you guys. Temperance. Reverse, but we're not doing reverses tonight. The Star. The High Priestess. King of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Right off back, and I'm telling you, bruh, because I'm going to give you my theory in a minute or what I heard. These are our two culprits right here. Now I'm gonna give it to you how it was given to me, and what I've gathered from the videos and information I've gathered from watching the theories and the information that's come out. So I think it goes like this: J.P. Vance is the vice president. Allegedly, J.P. Vance and Erica Kirk are having an affair. Erica Kirk is married to Charlie Kirk. Erica Kirk knocks Charlie Kirk out the way. Knocks Erica Kirk and JP Vance get Charlie Kirk out the way. JP Vance becomes president. Erica Kirk marries JP Vance, and everything falls into place. So the common denominator for them both is Charlie Kirk. He is owner, CEO. I don't know what his thing is with Turning Point, but I guess he plays a higher role. Um, Eric Kirk plays a higher role, but that's how. That is some of the hush hush under the thing. Even if they're not having an affair, her and JP Vance, Erica Kirk, allegedly, I believe from what I'm gathering, this is what went down. I don't think this is exactly why he died. I think it was a lot more other things. I think definitely Charlie Kirk was sent in with a mission, and he felt that mission and maybe went against the script, as some people say, what he was supposed to do, or started to question certain things about money and other things, and he was taken out. But I think his wife had something to do with it, or she left a door open so it could happen, and she was propositioned with, if we take him out, you can be given this. If he's out of the way, now you can have this, and you're already so close to having this. Like I said, First Lady with J.P. Vance, or even somebody else, because I believe a lot of people were saying that eventually they thought that Charlie Kirk would become president, or he'd be a good candidate. Maybe not the next presidential race, but maybe after that. So, baby, y'all come on in. I used to do this with a room full of people had to read. So, look at we got a lot of people in and out of here, a lot of trolls and demons rolling around. So, we'll come back. So, we'll definitely do a part 1 and part 2. But we already see the levers are. So, we'll do pull a couple cards from Stats question. Why did Charlie Kirk get assassinated? Why was Charlie Kirk assassinated? Charlie Kirk, why were you assassinated? Charlie Kirk, why were you assassinated? Charlie Kirk, why were you assassinated? God damn. Bitch, I know I'm know what I'm reading to. I don't know why we keep running into there. Charlie Kirk. Or you assassinated. Of course.
The rubber band. Oh, I was asking about I was saying something about rubber bands. I was like, should I just use the rubber band? Because I don't see no
fucked up. You gonna let me get some of that?
5 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. And look at that one once again. Knight of Cups. Ace of Swords. You know what's crazy? I don't know what shooting somebody or getting shot energy would be. I don't know if it would be fire magic or fire energy, or would it be considered an element? But we have a lot of swords on this board. I don't know if we actually, do we have a lot of swords? I'll say this, the sword cards we have popping up on this board are vicious. And the more I learned about tarot, because we always learn more and more about the tarot as you go on. The more I learned about it, certain cards, I did not know certain attributes or characteristics, but certain cards, there's a certain card in there for me. The characteristics of it can be very vicious and dangerous. It can mean violence and volatility. Um, Spirit already is telling me right out back. We're gonna see a lot of swords, and he was shot not because they couldn't have killed him another way, allegedly, but because air magic. Anyway, air magic is what was used to kill this man, and the Wheel of Fortune. I'll say right back, he was killed for opportunity. The Moon. Page of Wands. Six of Cups. I'm gonna come back for a part two, so I'm not gonna give you a finality or say for sure why I think he was killed or what I'm doing for the cards. But what I'll say is this: he was killed, one, because he was starting to unveil things and things that he thought once were not what they seemed. There were illusions. We have the Moon. He was in battle about something because his thinking was starting to go a different way. He was starting to think a different way, and he wanted to take his career and what his belief system and the things that he was over top of turning point into a different direction. He was starting to question things behind the scenes that we would never be privy to, most likely. That is part of the reason. The veil was pulled over his eyes, and he was starting to see through the veil was starting to be pulled. And right here with the Three of Wands, you can see Charlie Kirk was starting to think in a different direction. He was really starting to analyze things that he may have kind of observed, but was peripherally observing it. He was starting to really focus on and saying, I remember catching this a little bit back in the day, or this situation, and I kind of knew some of it, and it didn't seem right, but now I'm kind of focusing on it, and God is showing me, because apparently he was a Christian, God is showing me that it's more to this, and I don't like the way this sounds, or the way this looks, or the way this was handled, and something about it isn't wrong. And he was going to the higher ups and saying, I don't like the way this was ran, or what the hell is going on with this situation, or that situation, or this money. And it wasn't just about money. I felt like money would be more on this board, and this was not really about money fully. Yeah. See, I'm not showing you, sorry. King of Cups, Five of Pentacles. This is about his business. Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands. I'm probably gonna wrap it up because I keep getting interrupted. So I won't fully say. I'm not gonna stick to that, but definitely, I think we all gathered that Charlie Kirk probably was not sticking to the program, and that's one of the parts why he was assassinated. We get that. But why and who and whom? Whom? Who? Who? Who was it? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I don't see you saying don't trust this bitch. Something about that bitch I don't like. Who was that bitch? You figure it out. You figure it out. You feel me? You feel it out. Figure it out. So I'm gonna stop there. Should we pull a card on Rihanna's? I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that with the Rihanna thing. I should go ahead and read now. Anyway, part one of Charlie Kirk. I'm definitely gonna come back for part two on why he was killed. This is part one. But you definitely could see he was getting ready to start shifting things in a whole different direction. I can see that exactly in the cards. And I can see that there was a lot of illusions going on. And not only that, they used a lot of witchcraft to cover up this death and to present it to us in a certain way. And that's why he was assassinated. Where he was assassinated, with all those people in front of that big crowd on the world main stage, as they call it, on the main stage, because they say the world was a stage. And this is why he was killed where he was killed, okay? Straight up, okay? So, King of the Root, aka the Cursed Prophet, back with another video. Charlie Kirk, why he was killed, what is the energy surrounding his death. God bless you all.